G'day, welcome back to Fatty Margins. I want to talk to you this afternoon about my BK16 project, which I think has come pretty much to its completion. I've gone as far as I'm technically able to do with the limited talents I've got. So I'm going to show you the knife and then I'll talk you through what I've changed and why I changed it. Okay, so the BK16, this is now my BK16. I haven't changed the blade at all. As you can see, it's got a nice edge, but I have changed the handles quite considerably. And the reason I did that was the original handles that came with it were these little cutaway scales bolted on. As you can see, even allowing for the thickness of the material, the steel, it doesn't give you a lot of grip. Now, Ethan Becker said in his video on this particular knife that he thought the handle was very comfortable, fitted his hand. Well, unfortunately it doesn't fit mine. I've got a big palm, I've got long skinny fingers. Need to be able to wrap it up, and it always felt, because of this recess here, it always felt like it was sliding out of my hand. So I thought, well, maybe the Mercator scales would improve matters. So I bought a set of Mercator scales, but they're exactly the same in terms of dimensions, give or take, as the original molded plastic ones that it comes with. It's a great knife. I really like this knife. I love the lines of the blade. I like the drop point. I like the compactness of it. I like the full flat grind, the steel. I mean, Kabar really, I love this 1095 steel that they use. And the way they just manage it. It's got a certain, I don't know, slight butcher's knife meets mountain man meets I don't know what vibe going on about it. I just like it. I like it a lot. But I couldn't live with that handle, so I'd have to go. So I got some stuff. I used copper rod to make the pins, and I glued it in place. The only other modification I made was, if I can show you up close, I have sculpted this guard. I did think of taking it off altogether, and I thought no, so I just rounded that off with a metal preparation pad, so that even when your hand rides up, there's nothing to catch. There's no hot spot going on there. It's nice and smooth, and it fits the hand nicely. As you can see, it's a stunning little tool. It's really, really good. And it's got just the right amount of meat. I find some of the other BK knives, well, I've got a BK9, love that thing, but some of the others, I mean, it's just silly. I mean, I think anything over sort of 4 mil is just getting absurd. So really loved the knife, didn't love the handle, had to be fixed, so I fixed it. Problem is, in the interests of, I don't know, keeping the price down, the sheath they provided was this thing. Now this used to have two, you can see here where I've taken it off, it used to have two clips, so you have to undo both of them, right? And it's got a little pouch here for putting a stone in or something, right? Okay, but the build quality of this thing, I mean, it's not worthy of the name Kabar as far as I'm concerned. It really looks like it came off a 1980s Rambo-inspired combat knife that you buy in a department store or something. It's horrible. So I thought, well, what do I do? Now, I don't do leather work as a rule. Lack of application, perhaps lack of talent. But I did have a BPS knife sheath lying around, and I thought, well, maybe it'll fit in there. Well, it did after a fashion, but the BPS knife was too long. So what I did was I cut it down, and I did a pretty amateurish job of gluing and re-sewing the bottom. So now it's got a knife sheath that it actually fits. Sits in there nice, it's not coming out. And whilst I'm not a huge fan of the Scandi grinds that BPS put on their knives, or the steel really, well, I haven't used them that much, but I've got a few of them. Other people like them, great. Me, not so much. I do like their sheaths. They make quite decent sheaths at a reasonable price. So I've cut that down to fit the knife. So the next step is to get my backside out on the hill and actually use this thing. Now, I use it in the kitchen quite a bit. In fact, I try to use all my knives in the kitchen, down to my slip joint folders. I find that is one of the best ways of testing a knife. Is if you're making savoury rice and that, prepare a meal, reach in your pocket, use your folder to cut up the veggies. Right, so that's it for today. BK16. If you've got smaller hands than me, it might be perfect straight out of the box. You'll need a new sheath in my view. But as I say, I haven't modified the steel itself in any way. It's essentially the same knife. It's just got handmade scales on it, and it is really, really comfortable. Okay guys, this is Steve from Fighting Margins, wishing you all health, happiness and every blessing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.